Hey there, it's Nate from Numeral, and in today's edition of Is It Taxable, we're going to talk about one of my favorite states, one of John Denver's favorite states. We're going to talk about West Virginia, and more specifically, we're going to talk about software as a service, SaaS, in West Virginia. I get this question a lot. I'm selling SaaS to customers in West Virginia. Should I be collecting sales tax? And the answer is yes, absolutely, if you have Nexus. What is Nexus? Well, in West Virginia, it's a little unique. There's two different types of Nexus that we need to consider. The first is physical Nexus. Maybe you have an employee, an office in West Virginia, then you've got physical Nexus. The other type of Nexus that we need to consider is economic Nexus, which in West Virginia means 100,000 in sales in the last year or 200 transactions, either or. It could be either one. You could do one big deal for 200K, boom, you've got Nexus. You could do a bunch of small deals over 200, but not hit 100K. You've got Nexus. And that means that you need to collect and remit the right amount of sales tax on those software sales to customers in West Virginia. Know that at a state level, West Virginia charges a 6% sales tax. And on a local level, the combined rate is 6.57% all in on average with state and local taxes in West Virginia. Now, West Virginia is, like I said, one of my favorite states, but know that it's not the only state that charges sales tax on software sales. For example, one of my other favorite states, Vermont, just implemented legislation to tax software sales in 2024. South Carolina, my home state, also charges sales tax on SaaS. And a growing number of states are enacting new legislations to tax software sales. So my recommendation, if you're a software company, it makes sense to get and be compliant, because the last thing that you want to have to deal with is penalties, interest, audits. You know, say you were going through a due diligence process and you had exposure in a certain state. That's the last thing you want to deal with. And so it makes sense to just get compliant, stay compliant. And Numeral, where I work, can help you do that. With Nexus tracking, it's free. We've got a free tax analysis tool that you can use to see where you might have exposure. But then we also handle things like registrations, filing, remittance, ongoing compliance. We'll even receive your paperwork for you to help make sure that you are in compliance. And so it's definitely worth checking out. If you're a growing SaaS company, I would definitely give Numeral a look. We'd be happy to help. And if you ever have any questions about sales tax regarding software or digital goods, you can always reach out to me. And so just to sum things up, the answer to today's question is yes, SaaS is taxable in West Virginia when you have Nexus. And that was today's edition of Is It Taxable?